You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Unstoppable Actors, where today I am going to be sharing with you the 3 words to leave out of your cover letters that will please casting directors. Before we get started, I would like to say welcome to all of our new listeners. I am so excited that you're here. I've got so much that I can share with you. And if you don't know who I am, I'm an acting coach and I specialise specifically in method acting, which I love because it is so good for getting you deep into the character, connected to the emotions, and delivering your best performances yet. I also specialise in the business of acting and mindset, and today's episode is focusing specifically on the business of acting and cover letters, as you've just heard me say. If you're a regular listener, thank you so much for always tuning in to the podcast. I absolutely love having you here. And if you do enjoy this episode, please do pop along to our DMs over on Instagram, which is at Standby Method Acting Studio, and let me know what you took away from this episode, because it's always so nice to be able to put faces to the listeners. If you're listening to this podcast because you want more auditions and you want better responses from casting directors and you want to stop feeling like you are throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks but very little seems to be, I've created a free 90-minute business of acting workshop especially for you, and I am so excited about it. It's happening on Sunday the 22nd of February. It's 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. European time and 12 p.m. New York time, and it is completely free. The business of acting sounds hairy, scary and overwhelming, but it isn't. It's simple. And we are going to be breaking down business tools that actually help you get more auditions and more roles in less time than it's currently taking you. I'm going to remind you again at the end, but if you already know you want to come and join this free workshop, then pause the episode and head over to bit.ly/biz of acting 2026 and go and grab your place and then click play again. There are 3 words that I want you to completely drop from your cover letters. And although this episode is specifically aimed at casting directors, as in when you're writing to casting directors, I also want you to drop these 3 words when you write to agents as well. Before we get into them, let's talk about the real reason that cover letters feel so damn hard. And it is not because you can't write, because you absolutely can. And it is definitely not because you're bad at communicating, because you are not. It's because when most actors sit down to write a cover letter, and sometimes it can take a lot for us to actually get ourselves in a chair and start typing, because it's not the thing that we enjoy the most, let's be honest. But when we do sit down to write a cover letter, something sneaky starts to happen in our nervous systems. You will suddenly start questioning whether you actually have anything of value to say to the casting director. And you start putting the casting director on a pedestal. And this can happen either consciously or unconsciously. But as we put the casting director on the pedestal, we start imagining them as the gatekeeper, the decider, the one with all the power over your acting career. And it's no wonder, because we do hear things that are thrown around the industry, such as casting directors can make or break your career. They can give you your breakthrough, and they can decide not to take you through to the next round and not to call you into auditions ever again. And so what happens, almost without realising it, is that you will start shrinking yourself on the page, and you will start thinking things like, what do other actors write that gets them a foot in the door? What if I sound boring? What if I don't have enough credits yet? Or what if my credits are not good enough? What if they tell me I'm too early in my career? And before you know it, your cover letter will stop feeling creative, and it starts feeling like a performance that you are trying to get right. Which is so ironic, because acting is the thing that you are actually brilliant at. Let's be honest, most actors didn't get into this industry because they love emails and they love admin. No, they get into acting because they love inhabiting characters. They love playing juicy scenes. They love disappearing into complex emotional worlds and characters that are super different from them and really far removed from them. And cover letters feel like the complete opposite of that. Cover letters feel flat, they feel transactional, they feel dry, they feel boring but necessary. And I have a reframe that I want to offer you today. Cover letters are not the enemy of creative work. They are the bridge to it. They are the quiet, unglamorous step that opens the door to bigger rooms, better writing, better characters, better opportunities, and more meaningful roles. And when you understand what actually works in cover letters, they stop being heavy, they stop being boring, they stop being a necessary chore, and they become surprisingly simple. I want to help you make this so much more effective and something that doesn't take up a ton of your time. Something that you can get done quickly and efficiently, so you can focus on doing more of what you love, which is preparing characters, learning lines, playing scenes, rehearsing, being in films, being in productions. And for that to happen, there are 3 words that I need you to leave out of cover letters. And they are passionate, dedicated, committed. These aren't bad words, but here's the truth about them. When you write to a casting director, they already assume that you're passionate, dedicated, and committed, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be emailing them. So when actors write something like, "Good afternoon, Jane. I'm Louise, a passionate, dedicated, and committed actress who has been training with ... From a casting director's perspective, that doesn't add information. It doesn't create an image. It doesn't differentiate you. And it is using up valuable space that could be doing something far more powerful. I don't want you to feel bad about this. There is no shame in this if you have used those 3 words in your cover letters. This is a very, very, very common mistake. No shame in yourself. We're going to learn from this. Where these 3 words usually come in is right at the top of the cover letter. So what do we need to do instead? We're going to learn from this, and we are going to make your cover letters more effective. The key to an incredible, powerful cover letter, one that captivates and catches the casting director's attention, is this: painting a picture. Casting directors don't want labels, they want images. They want to quickly, and quickly is the key word here, they want to quickly understand who you are, how you show up, and what it's like to work with you. That is key for a casting director. Your cover letter is not there to convince them that you love acting. It is a part of your brand identity, and it is there to help them see you. And this is where storytelling comes in, which is really exciting because as an actor, you are a storyteller. So let's draw upon this skill that you already have inside of you. So let me give you an example. Instead of saying you are dedicated, imagine writing something like this. Dear Jane, or whoever it is, I was called in to play insert character's name in insert production as the lead actor got sick. There was no understudy. I had 4 days to learn the lines, understand the character, prep the character, learn the blocking, and step into a show that was already running. At the end of the run, the director said they loved working with me and they wish they'd cast me from the beginning. Can you hear the difference between that and saying that you are passionate, committed, and dedicated? That single story tells the casting director far more than those 3 words, passionate, dedicated, or committed, ever could. And it actually does something even bigger. It shows reliability. It shows work ethic, it shows pressure handling, it shows professionalism without you having to say any of those things. Because a lot of actors also feel a bit arrogant or a bit icky selling themselves, but when you can tell a story, a genuine, true story, you are selling yourself in a way that labelling yourself never could, and it doesn't feel icky. So here's what I want you to do. Take each of those 3 words, passionate, dedicated, committed, and for each one, ask yourself this: when have I actually demonstrated this? You can think of rehearsal processes, a last-minute replacement, a difficult shoot, a project you're stuck with, even when it would have been far easier to walk away. Write those stories down. You don't need to include them all in one letter because that would be far too much. But when you have them clear, your cover letters will become specific, grounded, and memorable. And guess what? Suddenly, the business of acting feels so much more easier and fun and enjoyable. Because the business of acting does not have to be hard. It only becomes hard when you're guessing. It only becomes hard when you don't know what actually matters. And with the right guidance, it becomes simple, strategic, and honestly, really empowering. And this is exactly what we are going to be working on inside of my free Business of Acting workshop. And we are going to be going far deeper into what casting directors actually respond to, how you can raise your profile without feeling like cringe central, how you can communicate your value clearly, and how to book your next role faster. There is so much more I can teach you that goes beyond what I can offer you in the podcast, and I would love you to come along to my free class on Sunday, the 22nd of February. As a reminder, it's 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. European time, 12 p.m. New York time, and it is completely free. It is 90 minutes of pure gold. So if it is important to you in 2026 to be getting more auditions, more traction in your career, standing out, feeling confident about how you present yourself in this industry, then this workshop has got your name written all over it. All you need to do is go and grab your free place at bit.ly/bizofacting 2026. And I've also linked it underneath where you hit play. Until next time, be kind to yourself, keep learning, and keep going. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.